President Obama landed in a country still gripped by grief and recrimination. It's just 9 days since the ferry Seoul capsized. More than 300 people are dead or missing, most of them children from the same school south of Seoul. The US president suggested a moment's silence before presenting his counterpart Park Geun-hye with the flag that was flying over the White House on that day. Soon enough, it was back to business, and as so often, the business of dealing with North Korea was uppermost.
The United States and South Korea stand shoulder to shoulder, both in the face of Pyongyang's provocations and in our refusal to accept a nuclear North Korea. Threats will get North Korea nothing other than greater isolation.
But for the US, dealing with North Korea means dealing with two allies in Seoul and Tokyo at loggerheads over history. Obama came from his meetings with Japan's Prime Minister in the week that nearly 150 of Shinzo Abe's MPs visited a shrine that honors war criminals among the war dead, repeating a pilgrimage made by Abe himself last December. Such behavior has infuriated South Korea, still calling on Japan fully to address the abuse of South Korean so-called comfort women or forced prostitutes by Japanese soldiers during World War II.
What happened to the comfort women here in South Korea, for example, have to recognize that this was a terrible, egregious violation of human rights. And certainly the Japanese people recognize that the past is something that has to be recognized honestly and fairly.
Truthfully facing up to history is a form of words used repeatedly by President Park when rebuking Shinzo Abe in Tokyo. The fact that President Obama chose to use a similar phrase is something that will go down very well here in Seoul. Perhaps in return for that, President Park held out the prospect, at least, of improved ties with Japan.
I think what is most important that we go back to the pledges made by Prime Minister Abe, and that truthful actions be implemented from the Japan side. That is very important.
The Obama administration has been billing this four-nation tour as demonstrating its commitment to its rebalance to Asia, after allies here had noted Washington's current preoccupations in the Middle East and Ukraine. But it's not just friends who will have noticed Ukraine's current plight, a country that gave up its nuclear weapons in 1994 in return for a guarantee of its security.
The message that this can give to the North Korean leader is that giving up nuclear weapons in 1994 becomes the original reason for what is happening today. It's worsened the prospects of solving the issue of nuclear weapons on the Korean peninsula.
And with President Obama in the region, new satellite images show increased activity at North Korea's nuclear test site. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Seoul.